Hello, everybody. I'm never gonna get over the fact that we now have this now. That's good. Anyways, today we're gonna be covering Billy Pete's running tips. Just yesterday, I said that we're gonna do this, so here we are, and it's just gonna be me and my co-host. So, welcome, Latvian Dragon.
Sveiki.
Speaky.
Yeah.
Okay.
But before we start, we should explain who Lily Orchard is.
The orchard's a strange one.
Yeah, his real name is Jerry Peet.
He's he's a transgenders.
Yeah, but doesn't even try to sound like a female.
I mean, it doesn't really help.
Yeah, whatever. But he's so bad that the people have to defend bad shows just to debunk him.
It's like here's the takes that Lily has. He either has good takes for bad reasons, and just overall crappy takes. He
Yeah,
has
the,
more
the
crappy
middle.
takes, but he has more of the crappy takes and more of the good takes, but with bad reasoning.
Yeah, like she hates Steven Universe for. She hates most of the shows that deserve to be hated for the most time for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, it's more like the long reasons why. Hello, Grant Harper.
Oh, hello, Grant. Nice to see you here.
All right, so here we are. We got some new reactions, which hopefully we're going to be able to use today. So, actually, Latvian, why don't you share the screen?
Me?
Yes.
What do you mean, share?
Share. Show the audience show our audience the running tips.
Writing tips?
Yeah.
Wait. Me. All right. Just. What? Wait. What? What?
Okay. You don't need to share you don't need to share your entire screen.
Yeah, but I don't know how the fuck.
Here's what you do. You click on share screen and then you go to tab. Then you have to just click on the tab that has it.
Okay, wait. Share screen.
You use share screen. Click on that. Now go to Chrome tab, which is I'm assuming what you're using, and then you're going to click on a tab that has the running tips on it.
I'm using Internet Explorer. Windows. Okay. All right, I got it.
All right.
Is this one?
Yep.
Okay, this will be a bit
Okay, simple running tips. A thread. Written by Lily Orchard on the 15th of November. It's 11-minute read. It's probably going to take longer than that. Okay.
Yeah, she also deleted it.
Yeah, so this is an archive of it. So, let us begin. Running tip number 1. Don't worry about spoilers. If your story is good, spoilers aren't going to make it anything less enjoyable. If spoilers make a story less enjoyable, that just means you were relying on cheap shock value as a shortcut. True, that is an actual writing tip. It's like, don't be afraid if your audience figures things out. If anything, praise them for being smart.
Yeah.
Writing tip number 2. The middle point of a story is the best time to get in complicator. Or you're working on a 5-season soap, but you're making a halfway through season 3. Finale is the worst time because you don't get any time to enjoy the payoff. But then sometimes when they do get together, these don't know what to do with it, so they just spark up some drama and make the relationship worse. So I would say that during the finale, during the final season, you should probably start working on that.
Yeah, but I don't know. That kind of also defends Korosami from.
No, in that case, Korosami came out of ass nowhere because
Yeah, it
there was no build up. You have to focus on the build of the relationship over the course of seasons, and then do it during the finale, during the final bits, in my opinion.
Yeah, but Wolf, you have to see that you have to see that relation through a non-heterosexual gaze
I don't
or
care.
whatever. Yeah, yeah. Who does fuck off with that logic? All
Tip
right.
number three: friends to lovers are better than enemies to lovers every time. True.
Okay. All
Enemies
right.
to lovers are sometimes enemies to lovers aren't really well written.
Yeah, but
It sometimes feels like absolutely come out of nowhere. Like we have to. Number four: victims of abuse
yeah.
moving
Wait.
away from a
Well,
negative
all right.
impact.
Well, okay. The third one is not really a writing tip. It's more
It's
like it's an opinion. It's a thing that you prefer more.
okay. Number four: victims of abuse moving away from the negative impacts of their abuse, i.e., Zuko, and becoming healthier, are not redemption arcs.
That
Yes,
that
that is actually kind of okay. In the case of Zuko, he moved away from his abuse as well as grew as a person. That is a redemption arc. It's part one of a redemption arc, moving away from the negative causes of your personality. Number
yeah.
five, heroes refusing to kill villains who have shown to be actively trying to murder people isn't noble. It's enabling. No. Sometimes heroes that don't do that aren't doing it because they're more like they now might be no better than you. Except I'm doing it with the gaze of being heroic, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Six, two women kissing in the last episode of the show after 4 to 5 scenes of trying to murder each other isn't revolutionary. It's fetishized abuse and violence.
Yeah, I think he's talking about
Shira.
yeah, yeah, Shira.
Seven, Twitter is not an appropriate place to reveal story details. The appropriate place is in the work itself. All right.
Yeah,
Scroll
okay.
down.
All right.
When
Okay,
the
okay.
like count is over 10,000 innocent lives dead in that care. Scroll down.
Okay, but before we do a little bit talk about the third one. Uh, For me, I kind of always prefer enemies to lovers. With friends to lovers, it's more predictable. With enemies to lovers, it's more interesting. And if you can do it pretty well, it's really good. Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
let's just continue.
Okay.
I want to make an example, but I think
Oh,
about it.
hello, Ninja.
Oh, hello, Ninja.
Okay.
Nice.
Tip number eight: when a character's body count's over 10,000 innocent lives, then that character is no longer redeemable. Yes, it's pretty much the truth.
Yeah.
Number nine:
What about Darth Vader?
Darth Vader. He has a really low power and body count. It's because there's still some levels of good within him. It's all depending upon how exactly they murder this 10,000 people. And Darth Vader would technically be considered lawful evil. It was pretty much all he had left. It, yeah.
Alright.
Tip: they does not apply to characters for whom the villain was a stupid, idiotic idea, i.e., Sylvania's Windrunner. At that point, it's just character derailment.
Okay, I
Chap-
kind of see why. There, but
okay,
I don't know what the hell is Sylvan's Windrunner.
neither do I. Tip: everything in a story is there because the creator wished it to be there. Trying to explain away bigoted story decisions using world building is a fallacy because you put it there to begin with.
What the fuck?
Okay. Don't pair adults with minors. That's pedophilia. That's kind of dependent upon what work was and when time was made. And 12,
Yeah.
don't sexualize teenage characters. Okay, now you feel the anime hate coming on.
Yeah. Even if Japan has different standards when it comes to
The age of consent, Japan's 13.
yeah, it's
Okay, 13, don't make up weird anime excuses for sexualizing teenage characters. Actually, 1,000, fusion, age of consent in X country is, see Rule 10.
oh you gotta be fucking kidding me. Are you
Oh, yeah, we're all aware of that trope.
yeah
Looks like
yeah
a
she
lolly is actually 1,000 years old.
yeah yeah I hate that cliche as well, but Jesus Christ, this yeah
Okay, a
that
spontaneous Woodrunner is World of Warcraft. Okay.
okay. Age of consent in X countries, it's an excuse on why there's that cartoon that anime series is excusing of sexualizing teenagers because it's a D- it takes place in a different country than America. Lily.
Tip number 14: making a metaphor for gay slash trans slash ace rep is always inherently inferior to just making a gay trans ace character.
Oh my god, this is just
Scroll down.
okay. We're gonna ignore it because
If there
it's
are
that
humans,
stupid.
if there are humans in your story, restricting gay, trans, or ace rep to the non-human characters makes you a huge turd.
Oh yeah, he's repeating that huge turd thing like he's a fucking child.
16: if the only gay man in your work is a fat, foppish diva, you're a huge turd.
The
17: if the
it,
only lesbian in
eh,
your work is an abusive rageaholic with vague angst issues and a codependent relationship to a protagonist, you're a huge turd. If
yeah.
your only non-binary
uh,
character is a non-human shapeshifter, you're a huge turd. If your
well,
only
okay,
autistic character is an ethically challenged number fetishist, you're a huge turd.
okay. It's all of these are just
Uh,
the first two. Those are stereotypes that actually exist. Like a
yeah.
gay man being a foppish diva is oh, it's
If you're only
stereotypical.
if you're
Okay.
only black characters in a volatile, abuse, hyper angry brute, you're a huge turd. If the only black woman in your cast barely gets any screen time, likes to be fetishized, or fits Rule 20, you're a huge turd. If the only trans woman in your cast is a drag queen in all but name, you're a huge turd. If you're forced a woman to kiss her abuser, you're a huge turd. My God.
Oh God, Jesus, shut up. Okay, I don't know. You're going way too fast on these, but I can see why because he's just repeating himself.
If you sideline every non-white character in your cast, focus on a white boy with angst issues and a tendency towards hostility, getting a redemption arc, you're a huge turd.
Uh, it's Jesus Christ. It's been another anime jab. I think.
Justifying
Oh,
horny armor designs or horny clothing designs with sexual agency makes you a huge turd. Characters don't have sexual agencies. You made them that way as a justification. See Rule 10.
oh, oh! Just shut the fuck up,
Okay,
Jerry.
I can already feel the bashing towards Infinite Stratos. Right here. I can feel feel it coming on.
Yeah, it's a bashing of any anime that
Yeah.
has sexualizing armor.
Choice 6, related to the above. If your justification is to just be honest and say you like oogly, sexy characters, you're still a huge turd, but slightly less of a turd than the above. So,
What?
okay,
Yeah.
little fun fact.
Okay.
The guy who made Nier came out and admitted that the reason why he designed Nier's outfit the way he did was because he likes ass. Like, he straight up admitted it.
Yeah. Yeah, but what the fuck that makes him a huge turd? Lily's being a prude here. Like
Yeah.
he's being Jesus. Fucking
27. Don't worry about having everything planned out beforehand. No writer or creator plans everything beforehand, and the one who says they do are filthy liars. Writers have at least at best, 1 to 2 story beats are determined to include. Everything else is by the seat of their pants. Bull as a
yeah,
character Toriyama, everything in Dragon Ball was by the seat of his pants. And
yeah,
the creator of One Piece will also like to speak with you. He had a 10 year. He's like a 5 year, 10 year plan.
Jesus. Yeah. Sometimes you can have a plan, but it cannot work out. AKA what happened to the Disney Star Wars.
Tip number 28. Don't try and do what Avatar did. You can't. Even the people who made Avatar can't make another show do what Avatar did.
I don't know. Just watch my whack fool.
Number
I
20.
feel,
Number 29. Low stakes interpersonal conflict will always be more satisfying in the long run than high stakes saving the world friends is more popular than your favorite anime for a reason.
oh fuck you. Oh, he thinks
Uh,
that what? Okay, okay. Let stop. I seriously, Lily, did you have watched any anime at all? So you're saying animes like Code Geass, Cowboy Bebop, Trigun, Attack on Titan, Dragon Ball, all of these are worse than Friends? A fucking sitcom? Are you are you mental? Jesus. Yeah. Oh God. Okay. You mean okay to be near is the main character from the original Near game, whatever that.
yeah,
Near. Ah, that's how you spell it.
yeah, to
Near.
be. Yeah, yeah, near Automata. He designed to be the way he made he designed to. I said the main character of Near Automata.
It's
Yes, 2B. He straight up admitted he designed 2Bs either way he did, cause ass.
oh, now that makes sense.
Yeah. Uh, choose whether you're comedy or drama at the start and stick to it. Don't make a comedy turn it into a drama later on. That just annoys people.
No,
Not if you
well, like,
settle them in slowly. It's like a bath, okay? Or rather, putting a toad on the pan. You don't want to put it when the pan's piping hot. You set it there, and then you just slowly crank it up.
yeah,
Yes, fun fact: Shonen is more popular in Slice of Life. Like My Hero Academia is the second most popular show in Academia.
yeah. Even my cousin likes My Hero Academia. She's like a huge fan. She even made fan art.
Okay, I'm not gonna ask what you wrote. World building is like salt. A pinch can make it better. 10 cuts of it will not. Depends on what the world building is actually, because it's important that you have world building and rules. Rules like don't like. I'm not saying you should have like a giant wall of text as your exposition for what the world is, but slowly let it in.
Yeah, if you don't want to explore the world building in your story, at least make an encyclopedia or something similar after you finishing that series. Well, Unless it, unless you can do that.
Tip
But
number 32. 30, yeah, 32. Characters should come before anything else.
well, sometimes it's true. Some stuff.
Sometimes, but more other stories sometimes more important.
Yeah.
In fact, here's something interesting. Tales of Vesperia is a real. Okay, the thing about Tales of Vesperia is that the story itself is really poorly written, but the characters are amazing.
Oh,
Like that's like the conflicting conundrum. It's like story's bad, but you don't notice it because the characters are actually pretty good. Like
yeah.
some of the best characters. So it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
Chip.
Yeah.
Okay, 33. The protagonist should be a protagonist, not just a vessel for the antagonist to hog the story. If you're gonna make a villain protagonist, just open with that.
I don't know what's that about.
34. Perspectives just are a staple of storytelling. Having only one perspective isn't a stylistic choice, it's just crap.
Well, yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's sometimes really annoying, especially shows like Steven Universe.
Okay, next. Oh, wait, okay.
Yeah.
If you're making a cartoon, hire writers. Don't just have your storyboarders write the story. That's not what they're there for. Artists draw, writers write. Artists cannot just take over for the writers on a whim. Oh, okay, that's a hit towards Steven Universe.
Yeah, and I don't know. Wait, wasn't I don't know. Some of the best cartoons weren't made by.
Artists. Yeah, and sometimes it's like there's no true replacement for someone that was trained in writing, but sometimes you never know. People who are either artists also write. Like, like sometimes you got the writers who write and draw. It's weird.
Uh,
Okay, next. Scroll down.
okay. All right, I'm gonna scroll down. It's just
Okay, next up is what the. Okay,
well,
Blade to Rule 2. Will they, won't they? Isn't a fun story. It's just an addiction peddling. Hey, we need to stop pretending Rose Rachel is good storytelling and learn to appreciate Chandler, Monica, and Joey Rachel.
I don't know what those characters are from.
Friends.
Ah, Friends. Oh, great. Another Friends praising it, more
No, no,
anime
no, no,
bashing.
no,
Okay,
no,
okay. I
no, no, no,
do.
no, no. No, he's saying that the Ross and Rachel thing wasn't good storytelling, and that the Joey Rachel and Chandler Monica was good.
All right,
I can't really
whatever.
confirm since I haven't watched Friends in a long time, and I don't really care.
Yeah, okay. Sometimes will they, won't they is sort of frustrating to watch through, especially for
Oh
me.
no, most likely not.
I don't know what that is.
Gargantua on the Verdolius planet. It's a pretty good anime. Hey, you pretty much know from the. It's like its relationship is important in that one, especially for the main character.
Okay.
Okay, romance trope of gay is not an absolute rule to live by. If Shira taught us anything, it's that gay Raylo was not actually an improvement. Yeah. Okay, Catadora. Okay,
Okay, someone in this on
someone on this
this.
hell site once made the remark, "We need more lesbian non-com because purity is boring." That is a dangerous, violent person. Do not listen to them. They do not have a point. Seriously, my fucking god, what is wrong with you people?
I got nothing.
Women who fetishize abuse, Raylos, Catradoras, Kigos, etc., and present it as something feminist and paint detractors as misogynist or gaslighting you. Don't listen to them. That is actually correct.
Yeah, but the way he said it sounds off. I don't know why.
40. If abuse fetishists are giving you shit for not catering to their demands, just block them. Don't argue with them. Don't debate them. Don't treat them with good faith. Just block them and get on with your day. Essentially.
Mm.
40, 41. Rape victims are not villains. You should never be written as villains. Don't be like Blizzard and it costs $0 to not be a misogynistic pig.
Okay. When does rape victims become villains?
I don't really remember.
It's just
If we were to go by recent example, redo a healer actually.
don't mention redo Hila. I want to forget that exists.
I actually want to see it myself. So it's piqued my curiosity in a sense.
Yeah.
It's like I want to test how much darkness I can actually handle before I vomit and abuse. So 42. If straight men really hate a character but lesbians love them, there's a 9% chance that is your best character.
So that means Kador is the best thing ever? And
Yes.
Korosami?
Doubt. Extra doubt.
No shit, doubt. If your writers believe Simon, Infinite Train, was misunderstood and Grace is a villain, the writer should be fired immediately. Is this even a writing tip or it just is?
I don't know about that one. Scroll down.
Okay, I don't know that either.
Yeah, it's like, what the frick is that supposed to be referencing to? The best solution is to a live triangle is polyamory.
Like a threesome or some shit?
Or just not have a love triangle. You can just do that.
Yeah, love triangles are more dumber than will they, won't they?
Yeah, it's like, especially since sometimes they'll do a lot of film for one character, and then they just say, lol, no big deals with the other one who we spent no time building up his relationship with.
Oh, hello, Becca. Okay.
Oh, Rebecca, nice to see you.
Yeah.
Hello, Rebecca. Hello, Becca.
Oh.
Yes, Christmas.
Oh, what a cute profile picture you have, Becca.
It's probably a World of Warcraft thing. It was a dark elf in that game. Yes, if I recall, that's a moth. I forgot which species.
I think it was from Venezuela. The only good thing from that country.
Okay.
Okay.
45. You have a male character who actually shows respect and admiration to a woman, and some reviewers call that character a simp. There was a 9% chance you have a good character.
Okay. I am sick of that fucking word.
There is a small chance possibility that character may actually be a simp.
But I don't know. Hearing that word over and over made it maybe want to kill myself.
I mean, technically, Alphonse in Valkyria Chronicles 3 is kind of a simp.
Okay, let's move on before I blow my brains out.
So in this case, the M stands for masochist. It stands for the S stands for masochist. Well, it's weird because she's a sadist and he likes being whipped by her. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
46. Mary Sue is not a real criticism. It's thinly veiled misogyny, always disregarded. It is an actual criticism.
It is a fucking criticism.
Yes.
There's Gary's too, so it's not really misogynistic.
Yeah, no, we just apply the term Mary Sue since it's like I go through the whole extra effort to straight up say it. 47. Emotional vulnerability does not make a female character anti-feminist.
Okay, that's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
And he makes
goblins are inherently anti-Semitic.
Okay. And he shoots himself in the foot. Last time I checked, goblins as a myth existed before Abrahamic religions entered Europe. So fuck off, Lily.
It depends. Hang on.
Yeah.
Goblins. What were they inspired by? Okay, goblins were inspired by. Okay, that's for the stories from the Middle Ages. And the Middle Ages was what? The Middle Ages was between uh, fifth to late 15th century. So
15
most
cents.
likely it was. It's like I don't know. But yeah, yeah, that's a spoil. If your first thought when told about bigoted trope, bury your gays, goblins, etc., it's to figure and try how to do it well. You're a huge turd who's missing the point. Wait, it's not that these shows aren't done well, it's that they're done too much.
Ugh, what the fuck does he mean by that? Do it well. Like, I don't know.
Like, really? It's like, oh my god, he's gonna hang out here Chronicles 4 thing because there's a gay character in there that dies.
Oh, Jesus. Bury your gays. What does that mean?
It means kill your gay characters.
Oh, so like what they did with Kate Kane and Batwoman, but then again, Kate Kane is a bad character. It doesn't not because she's a faggot.
Careful, now we just look. Careful, YouTube will come after me right now.
Okay, I mean a lesbian.
Okay, writing a relationship based on a dynamic or trying to get a particular trope, i.e., enemies to lovers, into the story is a bad decision.
Fuck
mean,
off.
I honestly hate for any stories turn to trope. Just write a thing. Turns out it's a trope. Oh well.
Well, who cares? It's a trope. If you do it well, no one cares.
Yep. Vitriol does not immediately render criticism invalid. If you don't police criticism, you'll likely miss something important.
Okay.
Your fan will fight and argue. This is how people solve conflicts. It's typically better to let people fight out than to be complacent and beg people to just stop fighting.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Scroll down. Oh, by the way, Holy Ninja. You must love, you'll have time. The main character gets his own harem. At least based on what I heard. Honestly, I think the farthest you should take it is a 3-way relationship, and that's it.
Yeah, at best.
At best. Let's go down.
Okay, let me wait. We haven't finished the 52 one.
No, we did.
Wait. Oh wait, just stop fighting. Oh, shut up. Oh, shut up, Lily.
Okay, next up is related to the above, every headcanon is valid should never leave your mouth. Do you want pedophiles and fascists in your fanbase? Because that's how you get pedophiles and fascists to your fanbase.
Oh, fuck off. Why?
Okay, I got something I gotta get off my chest real quick. Okay. For my Fire Emblem Fate story. While the alternate timelines, his dad promised a male and we married Lucina, so his mother was to see his mother. Who is her mother? Well, I leave that up to your head, Ken. Who do you personally think would work best as Lucia's mother if Robin was not her mother? It's like make it. It's like some headcanons are valid. Like lead them like their headcanons. Let's lead them to their meter headcanons. They'll never replace Ketten. Speaking out against abuse fetishes, but pedophiles like bigots and your family, so always be better in the long run than being quiet or complacent. It might be exhausting to deal with, but it's better for everyone in the long run.
Yeah, but
it's like, yeah, that's typically the truth. But neither do you want to have the image of attacking your fans. Especially how are you doing who are the abuse fetishists, pedophiles, and fascists and bigots. It's like you don't. It's like sometimes people call each other that, and you don't know who's really telling the truth.
Jesus. Oh, God damn. How dumb can you be?
Fan service is a concept you should never think about. Fans who need to be serviced are not actually fans. If you have fans, those fans are already having fun and don't need to be pandered to.
Okay.
I disagree heavily. Sometimes some fan service is okay. Some fan service, but too much, then it's becoming clear you're just trying to pander.
Yeah, okay.
The tendency for shipping to dominate discourse is the biggest sign that characters in their relationships are more satisfying than anything else. People didn't petition for the fourth season of Kim Possible to see what happened with Draken or to see new villains.
Uh, I don't know. I don't. Okay. Occupation army. So enemy bad. For Lily, it is.
Yeah, you just missed the one where you just took a pot shot at literally every anime with it, and that had like sexy armor.
Yeah, and that's saying that every anime is worse than Friends.
At least not as popular as Friends. For some
Not as
reason.
popular, but who gives a shit if if it's popular enough?
57. Complaints about too much negativity is shooting the messenger. If there is an overabundance of negativity, that means there's something to be negative about. People can't be positive about things to be positive about. Sometimes I see people who are positive about things that are absolutely god awful. And sometimes I see people being negative about things that are absolutely good. Sometimes
Yeah.
it's a weird thing on the internet.
Yeah.
58. If you do something big and get yelled at for it, listen to the people yelling at you. Cancel culture isn't real. The rage eventually will be gone in 2 weeks, and you'll be better pressed for it. Getting yelled at stopped being the ending of the world at age 10.
Oh fuck you! The cancel culture is proven to be real.
Don't lean on fans, just better framing. This list is the epitome of missing the entire point. It's not just missing the point. Or it's like firing your gun and a dud comes out. Oh.
Oh.
58. Okay, 59. The quickest and easiest way to make yelling stop is to own up to it and fix the mistake. Don't make excuses or explain why you did the bad thing. Fix it and never repeat it. Progressives are very forgiving if you get them results. No,
They're not fucking forgiving. No, they're never.
Stubbornness is what gets people canceled.
Yeah.
I'd rather stand on my own 2 feet than bow down.
Yeah.
First, the forced diversity is the right wing dog whistle, not a criticism.
Uh. Uh. A week.
And it turns like your friend was like, "What the fuck?"
You're making this more funnier.
Okay, reclaimed slurs are not universal, and as such should never be included in the work. You may never know if that work takes place during a time period where such slurs was common, then you can get away with it.
What
Or
the
you can
fuck
do
is-
what I do and come up with your own slurs, like all you do is goblet a dung smeller.
What the hell's reclaimed?
I don't know, like
All these buzzwords. God damn.
okay, Lily, I have to ask you a question.
What, are you retarded?
Uh,
Yeah, I should have played it earlier. I had many opportunities to play it, but now I play it here, and it makes me seem like the asshole.
oh,
I don't care.
I don't care. Lilith is already a piece of shit. Who cares if we insult them for the wrong reasons?
Oppressed people fighting against their oppressors are not villains. No, I don't care if you think they went too far. Not all those who respond with violence are wrong, and not all those who preach non-violence are right to do so. No, there are cases. No, people who fight back against their oppressors could sometimes be even worse than the oppressors. There is really no good side to a revolution. It's like sometimes the oppressed can be just as bad, if not worse, than the oppressors.
Okay.
This is an archive post, so it's too late. Related to the above, a good spin on the heroes who never kill mantra is to highlight her refusing to kill a villain who later goes on to kill more innocent people, makes the response for those deaths. There's a free story theme for you.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. Has Lily watched Trigon? I think it kind of shows you that heroes who never kill, heck, well, whatever. I don't care at this point. If
It's like sometimes some people can take care, and those that don't really, they can't be taken care of without having to be killed. It's like killing a villain, like regardless of how bad a person is, truly killing someone is It can sometimes affect a person if they never wanted to kill a person. Like, you have to think about how it's in character for them to do so. If it's in character for them to kill without random, like kill villains, and yeah, it would make sense for them to kill a villain. But if it's a case of a character who thinks that who, regardless of the person is, will not kill them unless they absolutely cannot avoid it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. If you're writing,
Oh, that guy wore a fancy that is pedo friendly. I think the title is Stockholm. Something Stockholm.
oh yeah, he wrote pedo fanfics.
He
There's
really, yeah, I fail to see how he's better.
Jesus. So what the hell? Okay, number 64. If you're writing fantasy and you have no issues having dragons in your world, but suddenly think people are unrealistic because something medieval, you're a huge dirt and an idiot.
Okay, that's a false equivalency here. There is some things you have to understand are kind of weird. Like some things are fantasy elements. Like if it was an entirely different world, you do have these like, especially if it's your own world, you can decide what's in it.
Yeah, with something like Witcher, it was mainly because there were white people. It's because some kind of timey-wimey
It's actually because
dimension.
in the Witcher case, it's because it was based off Polish myth.
Yes, it was based on Polish myth, but there's other reasons why there's only white people in that story.
There is black people actually. There is actually people of color. They're rarely seen because the place they're from, Circania, it's very isolationist. They rarely leave.
Yeah,
you
but
actually meet two Circanians in the book. It's
all right.
it's only in a sort of destiny. But otherwise, you get no other examples like such.
Yeah,
64 is total bullshit.
Yep, total BS.
Okay, 65. Sexual testing and chemistry are not the only indicators of potential relationship. In a relationship, that is the quickest thing to fade.
Okay.
66. Execute Order 66. The best potential romantic partner for a character is best friend. They've been best friends for a reason. Sometimes they should just be friends.
What? Cinderella's don't count?
I'm sorry, but sometimes, just sometimes, a friend should remain just that. Unless you're Chris, in which case you think every female you come across should be your friend. And despite the fact that they're literally asking for you to do them. But of course, Chris is too focused on fighting Leon so he can get him to fuck Claire.
Okay, here's the 6, 7. I don't want X characters.
Except this was what's to have. Everyone's defined by their relationship. That's how human beings work.
Well,
It's
he's not wrong.
yeah. Well, also on the theme, why isn't exploring homogeneity in a story legitimate?
What the hell is homogeneity?
Well, homo means human, and genity means genetics. Okay, the quality or state of being all the same or all the same kind. Essentially, if you have a story centered around elves, the homogeneity is just you have nothing but elves for the next 200 million miles.
Oh, that makes all right.
Bond of friendship is not the same as a romantic bond. Yeah, it can
there's
develop.
different
Yeah, it's like sometimes it can develop from a friendship bond, but most of the time, no.
It's a 50-50 chance.
Actually, it's less than that. Sometimes friends just remain friends.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, 28. If you don't want a character to only be for his romantic subplot, don't end the story on that subplot reaching its conclusion. Give it time to sink in and become the new normal for the viewer. The memorable moment will always be the last moment. 69. Nice. Slow burn does not mean taking forever to get together. It means full series long romantic subplot. Getting together is the start of romantic subplot, not the end.
Okay.
Next. 70. Sexual awakening is not a real character arc. 71. The only people who think boom armor makes sense are people who have never touched a boob.
Oh,
okay. Makes no sense.
Nah.
Boob armor makes sense actually, because it's like having crotch plate. It's like it doesn't feel right to have that really compact your chest. So it has to feel somewhat
Yeah.
comfortable. Basically, ladies in
Yeah.
military have people all the same race and story as a thing you're exploring. So as I got all wordy. No, it's fine.
It just what the fuck? What? Oh god, he's basically Anita Sarkeesian about that Mandalorian boob armor. It just
It's like it's sexist. Why do they have boom armor? It's like because it's an actual concept and a thing. 72. The bow and arrow are strength weapons, not dexterity weapons. Female characters who do archery should naturally be very physically strong. Long bows have a draw weight of 80 to 150 pounds. Raiders are always stronger than warriors. Deal with it. I mean, it's technically the truth. The bow is more strength than its dexterity, but it's all a matter of how well they actually trained. And it's not that they have to use a longbow. The longbow is the heaviest. You can use a short bow who has a draw weight of between draw weight. A short bow's draw weight is for a small frame. Okay, recurve bow draw weight. Okay,
because
a small
because
child suggested draw weight is 10 to 15 pounds if they're between 70 and 100. Larger children between 100 pounds and 130 pounds should have a suggested draw weight of 15 to 25 pounds. Small frame females between 100 to 130 pounds should have a draw weight between 25 to 35 pounds. Medium frame females who would weigh between 130 to 160 pounds should have a suggested draw has the exact same draw weight of a small frame female. Small frame males should have a between 120 pounds and 150 pounds should have a draw weight between 30 to 45 pounds. And medium frame males between 150 and 180 should have 40 to 55 pounds. Large frame female, 160 plus pounds, should have a suggested draw weight between 30 to 40 to 45 pounds. And large frame men from 180 to like 180 plus pounds, such a draw weight of 45 to 60.
Wow. Okay. Becca says because girl bodies have different shapes.
Yeah. It takes dexterity to fire a bow without hurting yourself. Yes, but it also requires strength to pull it back.
How can you hurt yourself by firing a bow?
It's actually pretty easy. Hang on.
I don't know. I think it's more
with a bow. You get 10 common injuries and how to stay safe. Because it's a thing that can happen.
Jesus Christ.
Like, you get a rotary cuff strain, you get tendinitis, string slap, breast bruising, finger blisters, hand lacerations, punctures or tears, repetitive strain injuries, impingement syndrome, adhesive capsulitis or frozen shoulder, and bone spurs. Like you can't you can't hurt yourself with a bow if you aren't careful.
Okay.
73. The best way to avoid tokenism is multiple characters. Also, keep in mind that the large frame female suggested draw weight for a recurve bow was the exact same as a small frame male. Just keep that in mind. A small frame male has the same draw weight as a large frame female. According to the best recurve bow guide.
No, that's just funny. Okay. 74. What an easy way to become more accused to diverse cast? Limit your straight white cis characters to one of each. Those can be 3 characters for each trait.
Or pack it all into one character, only one of each. 73 is super PS. Yep.
No. Yep. It's also repeating from the last few. You know, the huge turd saga. The huge turd saga. Jesus Christ! Like if a black guy in your story is brute, you're a huge turd. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, he could put all of that in just 73. Just that. It's like no need to be just repeating yourself. Serious, you could cut like half of these off, and you're gonna miss a thing.
Yeah. 75. Don't be afraid of backlash, failure, and backlash. Someone is screaming at you about how you made a character, if a character you made is racist, that is literally free writing advice that someone is just giving you. Look on the bright side of life for a change.
No. If someone calls your character racist, you better ignore them.
76. People of color and people are allowed to just exist. Don't feel like you have to cover big degree just because they're in the story. In fact, people will be happy if you don't become, because having these characters find by suffering is itself a tired trope.
Mm,
Okay,
okay.
in Valkyria Chronicles, there's a race of people called the Dark Sins. That there's a the only thing that you'll notice that's separate about is that they wear shawls. They have this pattern about them. They have blue hair and blue eyes. Like, so like dark blue, like blue of the ocean. You kind of they're equated to like if you look at the trivia, it's clear that they're like clearly reference to how the Jews are treated in Europe during the time. So they have a history since they're pretty much like it's except it's taken up to 11. The dark skins they don't have any homes. They don't have any property. They don't have anything. They've even been stripped of their last names.
Okay. Okay,
But
77.
it's a plot point in some of the games of dark skin discrimination. Like the entirety of like Valkyria Chronicles 3's main villains was a dark skin who wanted to make his life better for his people. Better tip if SJWs hate what you made, you okay. Better tip if SJWs hate what you made, you don't have to worry about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
70, 77. I just want my viewers to have fun. It's an excellent attitude to have when it comes to storytelling.
Well, okay.
Yeah,
That
okay.
sounds.
Yeah, that sounds like a good one.
It's
78.
not really a rating tip, but whatever.
As a general rule, slice of life has always been more popular genre than action slice adventure. Kind of. Lord of the Rings is technically action adventure.
What the fuck? Lily, shut up. Fine, you like slice of life more than action adventure. Cool. It doesn't mean we have to follow your rules.
Okay, scroll down.
Okay, gotta scroll down deeper in hell.
Feature creep is a problem in storytelling as well. You don't have to cram every single idea, reference, and homage you can think of into a story. You can save ideas for another time.
Okay.
Mhm.
Sounds reasonable.
80. D&D alignments are terrible metrics for character design. They're meant as a quick reference for emphasization in a TTRPG environment and shouldn't be taken outside that environment. No, you can actually base them off of. You can actually use them as a reference point to how close to your character would you think it would act. When it comes to my Fire Emblem Fate story, when I wrote the alignments for characters, I used a alignment idea. So I looked at what the alignments were to get a general idea of who they were as a character and make sure I got that right.
Yeah, okay.
Like,
Zigold.
Like here's the thing, Becca. I would really quite like to see Lily's questionnaire she used to come to that conclusion, and all the others. 78 proves that Lily can't tell the difference between fact and personal opinion.
Yep. Indeed, she can't tell the difference.
Okay, when writing characters, stay as far away from rocky horror picture shows as you possibly can. Some gay people hold up as a meaningful part of our culture. It is not. It's a trans-misogynistic nightmare made by an actual TERF, not a reference guide for anything.
Since I haven't watched that,
I don't care, really.
Yep. I'm. If you could use, I could use John Trons. I'm going no near that. Okay.
Actually, here's something a little funny. We were playing like Valkyria Chronicles novelization I have. There's a character who's pretty much the definition of like a diva. He's like, you ever seen muscles like these before? Or I could get lost in those muscles. His name is Jan.
Okay.
The Q slur of the content technically reinforces heteronormality by casting characters evil as inherently strange. In no big deal representation, the word should be avoided. Normalizing LGBT people and a Q slur are like oil and water and don't go together.
It's
an unforgivable crime, more so than killing. Killing can potentially be justified in a story without becoming a villain. Rape cannot. True.
I don't know. Rape can be.
It could be. It can't depend upon your metrics, and more importantly, if the person was a victim of a rape. Because villains can't spawn from this. Villains have spawn. It's like you can do some strange shit.
Yeah.
Just handle it with maturity, because that's a sensitive topic.
Yeah, okay. 84. Sex scenes are never necessary.
Clearly, because
Probably.
you're horny. More power to you. But anytime it's just why it's important to the story will only get you laughed at. Fate Stay Night visual novel.
Oh, just go. Oh, shut
82
up, Lily.
Lily Archer thinks they speak for every LGBTQ player on the planet. Yeah, that's more like a
Yeah.
manifesto of rights rather than knowing advice.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm almost, this is the level I'm at right now, actually.
No. I'm done. I'm fucking done. To the garbage dimension with me.
Lily, for everything you just said, here's also like my reaction, what I should say earlier.
And look who's saying that.
Yeah. It's so funny. Him saying sex scenes are never necessary. It's like, come on, who gives a shit you have sex scenes or not?
Here's something a fun fact for you, Latvian. The original Fate Stay Night novel had sex scenes in it, but it was for the story purposes. There's, mana transfer. That's a concept within the world of Fate Stay Night.
Oh, okay.
Mana can't be transferred through semen, so you gotta get it in the world.
What the? Okay.
Okay, strong characters can still cry and need support from others. Vulnerability is not a character flaw. No, it is not.
Okay. Okay, that's good advice.
Yeah, that's pretty good advice. Having your character, I like breaking my characters mentally. So, having to be strong physically, but actually pretty fucked up in the head's an interesting concept.
Alright,
TV's
86.
a fancy way of saying addiction-fueled misery porn. That's a wide variety of things, actually.
I don't know, that's kind of something Game of Thrones. But...
FYI, all anime are the same.
Yeah.
And Lily never seen anime.
Yeah, she probably has seen jack shit.
Addiction-based storytelling relying on serialization, cliffhanger, shocking twists, constantly raised stakes, and especially with foreshadowing to get people to watch, not because they're enjoying themselves, because they're stuck on attention high. That's Game of Thrones.
Well, okay, more like every Netflix series, but...
Yeah. Okay, 87 part 2. By the end, viewers only watching for closer because they're already invested so much and they need their fix in order to feel like it was worth it. This is the same business model that soap operas use. I almost said soup. I didn't say soup.
Soup? You say soup.
I said soup operas.
Soup operas.
Okay, next one. 88.
If the
sunk cost fallacy didn't exist, shows like Steven Universe and Game of Thrones would have been canceled by season 2.
What the fuck is sunk cost fallacy?
Look it up. Sunk cost fallacy.
But alright, Game of Thrones.
In economics and business, decision making, a sunk cost is a cost that has already been incurred and cannot be recovered. Sunk costs are contrasted with prospective costs, which are future costs that may be avoided if action is taken. So what they're saying is that if you've already put money into it, you have to go through with it. Otherwise, it's wasted money.
But
it's like it seemed like a good idea at the time, but now that you sunk money in it, you have to go through with it.
Yeah,
but it's not a fallacy. That's truth. Some people do it because they've already put money in it, and they can't back out because otherwise it's wasted money that they cannot get back.
Yeah, but
hardcore fans will tell you that continuity is the most important thing. They're wrong.
Bullshit. Absolutely bullshit.
This is too political is a complaint only made by conservatives when a story acknowledges that non-white and non-straight people exist. The existence of other kinds of people is not political. Ignore these complaints. No, there are cases of it being far too political. Oh, it's like nobody has a problem with a black character in a story. Right, in fact, okay, think about it like this. Shawshank Redemption. The movie, Morgan Freeman plays Red, who, when in the books, he's actually Irish. But yet, Morgan Freeman did a good job, so no complaints were really raised. If there was, then it's vulnerability is a character flaw that makes the character more difficult. That's how the character's flaw works. Whereas their situation, but they're literally training at kid club. So yeah.
What's up with
Look at Little Mermaid shows the Little Mermaids are more feminist than Beauty and the Beast. Hey, more power to you, I guess.
But let's move on.
If you want to know when to change a character's trans character's pronouns and narration, doing so at the moments when they realize who they are and admit to it outside is chef's. Is really. Also, what's with?
Okay.
And I could care less about your pronouns. I'm calling you as I see you. So if you get offended because I didn't say a hello, and oh look, there's Joe Shimmo. Yes.
Can you use that? Whatever.
My pronouns he, him, and I identify as a male. Really, one of only two sexes that exist, genders.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, as long as it's not harmful or bigoted, you don't have to justify stories such as made on the basis of self-indulgence.
But you said that sex scenes are unnecessary.
Vampire-sized
can't.
girls are inherently coded, and doing so is an example of othering. They work best as metaphors for aristocracy and predators, respectively, than as the underclass.
Okay. With what? Okay, with werewolves, you can
represent civilization versus nature. Like that's what they sometimes represent.
Yeah.
Because vampires are civilized, werewolves are not, in most cases.
Yeah. Some of the best stories ever were written as an act of spite. Care to give me an example, Lily?
I can't remember any. 96. Any system of government, with the exception of fascism, can exist in a positive or negative context. Monarchies are not always inherently evil. So Hawaii pre-annexation, and democracies are not always inherently good. See United States of America, right accordingly.
Okay. Why the fuck fascism cannot exist in a positive?
Sometimes you can't depict even the most evil of the government in a positive light.
Yeah, but what? Fascism is bad, but communism is okay. What the fuck? Your logic, Lily. Oh, for gosh sake.
Like really, you can't find ways. Like you could depict it from a positive point of view from the other side. Like you can point. It's like, okay, let me bring up something example. Valkyrie Chronicles 4 had an interlude where they pretty much get, but the entire Valkyrie Chronicles series had this pointed out. The Atlantic Federation is a democracy. It's essentially it's essentially the European Union, but somehow even more fucked up. Their first idea to get an alliance with Gallia, a neutral nation, is to kidnap their ruler.
The fuck?
Yeah, United Federation, and they're fighting essentially the Eastern European Imperial Alliance, or just known as the Empire, who are essentially common Nazis. And they exist like within and they exist where like the Soviets would be. It's like they're very traditionalist and kind of backwards, but they're very aristocratic, very autocratic. They're autocratic. They're an oligarchy technically, and those sort of things. And so they're kind of set backwards in the sense that they have more conservative than the Atlantic Federation.
Okay.
Spite is what keeps the origin. Just ask giant star giant protections. Okay, lesbians still on good terms with ex-boyfriend from before coming out is a really cute friendship trope, and vice versa.
Okay.
Okay. The only real difference between an extremely close platonic relationship and romantic relationships is what the people involved chose to call it. Best friends are not something that should just be ever prefaced with the word "just."
Okay.
Normalizing friends and saying "I love you" to each other. If you write a 100 tweet long thread of writing advice, you're a huge loser with way too much free time in your hands. Get back to work and do something productive for your time. 101 tips are two different words.
Okay. Lily just shot herself in the foot with a Spas 12.
That was 101 writing tips, and all I could say, Lily, this is what I have to say to you.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, my god, we did this pretty short. Not even an hour.
We're about to be an hour soon. Like, I kind of rushed this. I didn't want to stay on it for too long.
Yeah, there's some we passed over a lot of them, but most of them just repeated each other. And lol, Cookie and self-aware. Yeah, Yeah, he probably knows. Well, okay. Well, that list was shit. No
Yeah.
shit. And it was short. I thought it would be like 3 hours, just like with others. But the only problem with them is because they had 3 people in it or more. We only had. It was just us two. Oh, goodbye, Grant.
Back at
And,
TLDR, so their morality, black and white, no lore, full Mary Sue's. Good to know communism is okay, comrades. Okay,
yeah, come.
Vlad, you can stop sharing your screen now.
Let's stop.
Go. So, anyways, that was episode 11.5 of What the F Are We Reading? Billy's Writing Tips. And good to know that they're absolute dog crap. So, until next time.
Yeah.
Sorry, did you say something?
Yeah, wait. Ata!